Hi everyone, so this is what we have today on the menu. Simple, delicious and easy. Let's get right into it. So the first thing is to measure your beans and pour in a bowl, and you'll be soaking this in water for about 15 minutes. Make sure you already picked out the stones from the beans. So I'll also be using this piece of mackerel fish. You can use chicken if you like. I'll be seasoning with onion, quarter seasoning cube and a little salt. Pour in some water and let it cook. So now my beans is ready. You can see the peels coming off nicely. I'm going to use a blender to get the rest of the skin out. So transfer decent amount into a blender, add enough water and use the pulse function on your blender to just press it at interval. Make sure the beans itself doesn't get crushed. You can also do this with your food processor or mortar or pestle, or you can even use your palm to just rub it, but make sure you're not using too much beans. So now I've transferred into a bigger bowl and I'll be pouring it this way and transferring back the water into the beans. This is going to help me get rid of all of the skin from the beans. You want to make sure you have enough water in the beans to enable the skin float on top of it. So I'll keep repeating the process until I have something like this. Now I can use my hand to take off the remaining peels. And this is what you should have after washing your beans. So now it's time to blend. I'm going to transfer back into my blender. Added some scotch bonnets, onion, bell peppers, that is your tatashi, and shombo, your chili peppers. Also added some crayfish and some meat stock. You can use water if you don't have meat stock. So just cover and blend. You want to blend until you have a very smooth paste, like a very smooth paste. So this is what it should look like when you're done blending. So now I finished up the cooking of my fish in the oven. I just grilled it for a while. I don't want it to be too dry because I'm making this for my kids. So this is perfect for me. I'm just going to take out the bone from the fish now. Take out every single bone, please, if you're making it for kids. Even if you're making it for adults, you don't want bone in your moi-moi. So this is what it looks like. I have my eggs ready. I'm just going to be slicing this into two. You can slice into pieces or whatever size you want, but this will do for now. So for seasoning, I'm going to be adding just about half tablespoon of salt to one seasoning cube, like one, and the remaining half of the seasoning cube you used earlier. You want to mix that with hot water so that you have something like this. So I'm just going to transfer into my mix. I used meat stock, so this doesn't really need too much seasoning. That little salt and seasoning cube is okay. But if you use only water, you might want to add just a little bit more. So So I just added some oil to give it that extra fluffiness, and I'm going to whisk. And then finally I'll be adding my part of my mackerel fish, because I'll be using the rest for my oven baked moi-moi. And just whisk that and mix that together properly. So here I have some ramekins. These are very small, cute ramekins. I love them so much because it's perfect for, the size is perfect for kids. It's just about the size of a cupcake. So this is what I'll be using for this recipe. You can use any plates you want. Just make sure it has cover, or you can cover with the foil. So I'm just going to oil the plates to make sure that the moi-moi doesn't stick to it. I'm also going to be using this small baking dish for the moi-moi that I intend to bake in the oven. So after greasing, the next thing is to start transferring your batter into the ramekin or foil or whatever you're using. Just give a little room in the plate because the moi-moi is still going to swell while cooking. So you can also use a bigger baking dish for this method. It doesn't have to be small like this. If you're making for a large number of people, you can use a bigger baking dish. To also save you the time and stress of using nylon or small plates or foil. I'm just going to cover this with a foil, and I'm going to take it to the oven to bake. So I've transferred my moi-moi to a pot, and I'm going to be adding hot water. Make sure you start cooking this immediately you put it into the plate or whatever container you're using. I'm going to be cooking this for 40 minutes, and 40 minutes later, this is what we have. I used my skewer. You can use a knife to check. There is no trace of the moi-moi on it, which means it's ready. So this is what we have after cooking. This really looks so beautiful. This is like Nigerians' breakfast on Saturday morning. If you're staying with your family, you can have this with pap. You can have this with you can eat it just like this. Have it with drink, whatever you prefer. So I just checked my moi-moi. You can see how soft and lovely it's looking. I remember to video the oven baked one, and this was like an hour later, but it tasted amazing too. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. I love you guys. I'll be seeing you in my next one. Bye.